While on our trip to Kansas City, we enjoyed a couple days at the Oceans of Fun water park. Join me as I take you on a little walkthrough, starting off at the entrance from Worlds of Fun. So if you parked on the Oceans of Fun side, this is where you're going to start or end your day. I'm actually standing right outside the gift shop. You can see the bathhouses and the lockers. So everything is right there. I would strongly encourage you to keep a pair of sandals, flip-flops, water shoes, or something with you, because most of the cement is exposed. There's no sprinklers in to keep it cool, and you will burn your feet all over the place. But then you got the lockers. And then a really nice gift shop in here, which of course is air conditioned. Yay! And you kind of get a look at what all they have in here. Souvenirs, shirts, towels, glasses. Again, lots of swimsuits for the people who forgot to bring a swimsuit. Or I guess if they damaged their swimsuit because they did something they shouldn't. So there's two entrances to Oceans of Fun. This is one where you can watch them get splashed real well. And it actually goes right underneath the ride. Or you can go around the other way and kind of head up to the main entrance. But this is one way to head on in. So lots of places to eat. This is one of them in Oceans of Fun. It's a nice covered. They do have fans in there. Yay! So one source of food. And then if you come down past this is kind of the far back side of Oceans of Fun. And you can see the top of one of the kids' play areas there with the giant bucket. And it just kind of brings you around where it's nice and quiet over here. Castaway Cove is kind of the adult area. You got the little poolside bar there where they're actually serving people drinks, along with snacks and Subway. So if you want to get away from the kids, this is the place to do it. All sorts of stuff here. You got cabanas that you can rent. And then they overlook Coconut Cove, which is really a giant swimming pool play area. You can see a couple water slides dumping out there at the end. All sorts of floaties and things for kids to play on. Toddler pool there. And down one end is the Calypso Cafe, where it's another place that you can eat. They're kind of a neat place. If you've got little ones, that's one good place to camp for the day and let them pretty much go wherever that they would like. So this is an older slide here. You can see it's got the dips. It's actually a speed slide, body slide. A lot of fun, even if it's older. I actually cut myself on this thing yesterday. I was getting ready to push off and reached around the edge of it up there and sliced my hand open. Oops. Yeah, it was real fun to be bleeding at the bottom of the pool. Good thing for chlorine. Right next to it too, they also have this little side complex hiding in the trees. It's a little hard to see. I'll see if I can get a better view of them. These are old. They're body slides. You've got a wood frame, and they're slow. I actually was sure I was going to get stuck and stopped on them yesterday. Made it through, but it was close. There's another look at Diamondhead. So they come down into the pool there, and then they shuffle off to the side. There's a little closer look at them. This is how they used to make the slides. Now there is one thing I want to point out. And it's true that other slide I just showed you too. If you look at the loading platform up there, again, no covering. Those things are hot. You get up there with your bare feet getting ready to go down the slide and you are burning your feet. Not a fun way to wait for a slide. So it would be nice, like I said, just a light tarp cover or something just to help shade that a little bit so you didn't burn your feet. But these are okay. Like I say, if I come back, I'll skip these because frankly it was so slow. There's a look at the lazy river. Basically does a big loop around. The drop for the family tube ride's right over there. Keeps coming down. I'm on a bridge right underneath it. That ride too Neat ride. That one at least they have covered. Had a lot of fun with that one yesterday. The biggest problem it had was the fact you can see there's one raft going up. Short staff. They really needed at least 2 people up top, and they only had 1. They had 1 in the pool at the bottom. And so they just simply can't feed boats up there because they don't have people to do it. So they can be pushing a lot more people through, but they're not willing to staff it the way it needs to be done. I don't know if they're just short-staffed or if they're not paying them or what. Great ride. Takes a while though if you're here on a remotely busy day, and this is a Tuesday in July, and you can see how that line is split down that stairway. There's one thing I do really like how they did it here. When you come in through that store or through the gate, you come right on up. The locker rentals are right in the middle there. Has a nice large bathhouse for the women, which is on your left as you look, and then the men are on the right. Separate buildings, but big buildings. Plenty of room. Didn't take long to be able to get in and out. Lots of lockers. The lockers are also all-day use. It was $15 for the smaller one. And we would actually go down, leave our stuff here, go down to Worlds of Fun, play around, and come back here. Just make sure you don't get caught by closing hours. Oceans of Fun does close a couple hours before Worlds of Fun, and you don't want your stuff to get stuck and not be able to get to it. So here's something my wife pointed out to me yesterday. If you look at the tubes in the Lazier River, they're almost all double tubes. 2-person tubes. There's 1 single tube I see right there. But otherwise, every single tube is a 2-person tube. Just about. There's a couple singles. Too many 2-person tubes. Need some more singles in there. So there's something I've always thought was fun. This is Paradise Falls, so kids play area, and of course there's all sorts of interactive stuff in there. Small slides, squirt guns, water falling down. These things are just a blast to play in. Kids and adults alike. So I mean, you can see there's little slides like that, a little one there, and there's a pink one there, another blue one in the back, and several different slides and different things you can squirt and play in. Just fun to splash around. And of course, way up the top, you've got the big bucket. I have no clue how full it is at the moment. But hey, there it goes. Just a fun thing. So here's their wave pool. And you can see they actually have waves. There's whitewater caps out there and a lot of people. But yes, they get to have a blast playing in this. This is one thing they're definitely much better than whitewater on, is their pool's big enough that they can actually do some real waves and interaction. Whitewater, just because it's sitting in a small cramped space, just can't get the waves as big. But lots of fun with there. Of course, more snack bars in the back over there. And then of course you got the fun slides. So here's a really nice slide complex. Shark's Revenge are the tube slides, which are the 3 that you see coming down into the pool right there. Kind of the teal, the blue, and then the purple and yellow. Now, while there's tubes here, the funny thing is there were massive numbers of tubes that people were leaving up in line. So after my first time, I never took a tube with me. I just walked up, stayed in line, I grabbed a tube on the way, so that way I get rid of some of the ones that people had abandoned. Why were they abandoning them? Well, probably because they were going to what they call Predator's Plunge, which you can actually see loading right up on the very top there. That's the canister ones with the drop floors where they count down. Now, if you go to just about that level, that was about all the whitewater slides were. And then, of course, if you come down, sorry about the jerk, these continue on, they come out way over there. So, a lot of fun with these. These are just great fun slides. And then these with the drops. The teal and the blue have a couple great drops on them. The purple and yellow has a lot more twisting and turning, and it's in pure darkness the whole way, except for a couple of brief spots of light. A lot of fun. So here's kind of your panorama of the park. This is the women's bathhouse. Entrance is right on the other side of that. There is the one play area, the big bucket. If you go up that hill, you can see the slides poking up right there with the tubes and the canisters. The wave pool is also right there. And then from there, you can see the entrance to the family slide. Forgive me, I forget the name. Which then comes down to this pool right there. You can see the lazy river right in front of it, kind of running around that whole area. You can see the older slides there. Way down that direction is the other body slide. And then down towards the hill, that's where the kiddie play pool was, the adult pool, and then right back to the locker room. So it gives you a good idea of the park. Not a bad sized water park at all. Lots of people here, as you can see, on a Tuesday. It's hot. There's a good reason they're all here. And if you ever wonder if it's a popular water park, it is 3:20 on a Tuesday in the middle of the week. And look at this crowd waiting to get in. Boy, I'm kind of happy I'm leaving at this point. So yes, lots of people coming in. Popular place to be on a hot day. So that's a look at Oceans of Fun. It's a wonderful water park. It's obviously very popular because there's a lot to do at it. A lot of great slides and attractions. A couple little things that they could definitely work on to make it a little bit better. But overall, a great water park and one I wouldn't complain about having near home or visiting again. Thanks so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this look and now you know a little bit more about it. Don't forget to like and share the video. Thank you again for all my viewers, my supporters, and especially to my patrons for making videos like this possible.